Hi everyone, I'm Christina and I'm back with this week's Light Codes messages. Only 4 days late, but that's okay. Better late than never. So today was really a very interesting session because I didn't have a chance to lead anybody into the meditation because the moment that I opened, the codes just started coming directly and they didn't stop. So this was actually a very advanced and powerful session. And I think it is related to the work that I have been doing since 1010. Over the period of 1010, since 1010, I embarked upon a mission to some different temples and sites, and in particular, and monasteries. So in particular, I had this purpose to go to Nag Hammadi, and the purpose was in relation to connecting with the sites of the lost gospels and the monasteries connected with the lost gospels. And of particular interest was for me was the lost gospel of Mary Magdalene. So what happened on my first trip was that by the time I got to going to Nag Hammadi, I actually got sick. I got really sick. And when I arrived in Nag Hammadi, I had to head back to Luxor. And then I had a surprise visit from my daughter and her partner coming into Egypt, and we got blocked again with my daughter's partner being sick. And so there seemed to be this something wasn't measuring up, something wasn't either the divinely right time, or we didn't have, or I didn't have things in place. And as it turns out, my daughter also does similar work to me. So she had been moving through Europe and south of France in particular, doing work with Mary Magdalene. So she was also, this was a perfect timing for her to be here, but we still needed these exact time for us to go on this, it was like a mystery tour because we couldn't find any real information about where these sites were exactly. And of course, we were looking for the ancient monasteries, not the modern day monasteries. And so anyhow, we went to Nag Hammadi. There was only one monastery that we could get to, and we didn't really get any information from there. So we moved onwards toward Akhmim and Sohag to the monasteries there. There are so many monasteries. It's amazing. Anyhow, when we got to, we were doing as many ancient monasteries as we could because there's some very interesting monasteries there. So we did as many as we could, and then we were working towards going to the white and red monasteries, which I had done on my previous trip a couple of weeks earlier. But as it turns out, we were running out of time because we were doing this in one day. And so we were doing the closest monasteries that we could come to and hoping that we were going to stumble upon the right site. And a few days earlier, we had done the St. Tawdros Monastery at the back of the Valley of Queens in Luxor, and the energy of that monastery, was amazing. Like really, just totally opened my heart. Just tears would just roll down my face, and it was so beautiful. Anyhow, we were moving through the monasteries, and we had been to many different ones. And then because we were running out of time, the next monastery that just happened to be on the closest one that we could get to was also dedicated to Saint Tawdros. And so we went to this monastery, and I had forgotten that a friend had actually said to me that she knew someone that had suggested it was at St. Tawdros Monastery. But I had forgotten all about it. And by this time, I'd kind of given up because I thought, okay, I don't think we're going to find it. It's not really there. And I knew that I would know energetically when we had found the right place. And so far, we had meditated at all the monasteries, and I had not picked up anything. Yes, beautiful energy for sure, but nothing to give any idea that this could possibly be the monastery that was connected with the teachings of the Magdalene lost gospel, or the Magdalene manuscripts. And I had as we had left Luxor, I had actually asked Spirit to give me an activation and clear signs when we found the appropriate site for the lost scrolls of Mary Magdalene. And anyway, we got to St. Tawdros, and it was a very ancient monastery, very ancient. And really, it was just looked like it was some ruins, and it didn't look like there was anything there. But we wanted to go in, and the guy that had the key couldn't be found. So, you know, some kids and that had gone off looking for him to see if they could find him to bring the key back. And we were sitting in the car waiting, and my eyes started to close. And I thought I was tired. You know, they just closed as they do. And I totally forgot. By this stage, you know, I'm like, it's the end of the day. We're heading towards 5 o'clock. We've been traveling for, you know, we've been, traveling since 6 a.m. in the morning, you know, on bumpy desert roads and many monasteries. And we were tired, and it was kind of hot outside the car. And anyway, we were tired, and my eyes were closing, and I just thought, okay, I've come to the end now. It doesn't matter. I'd surrendered. It doesn't matter anymore. We went on this journey. I'm sure somewhere along the way we connected. Our intention is there. And then the guy came with the keys, and we got to go inside. And when we got inside, it was just like very ancient old ruins, nothing much there, you know, nothing much there. And then the guy opened another door, and inside this door, there was this beautiful little church. Now, it was a bit musty smelling. My daughter sat down. She went into meditation. I sat down, and the moment I closed my eyes rolled back in my head. My body started to shake, and I went, oh my God, this is it. This is it, because I'm having an activation. My eyes have gone back. And so that continued to happen. You know, I asked, is this the place? My body continued to shake. My eyes continued to roll back in my head. My daughter went into a very deep meditation, you know, kind of thing. And it was clear we had found the site. And as the story goes, apparently the scrolls were found in a grave in a cemetery near a monastery, near some ancient monastery. And as it turns out, the graveyard was where we were parked with the car. There was the graveyard and the monastery. And of course, when we were sitting in the car just outside the graveyard, my eyes had started to close. So we already knew, or my higher self was already trying to say, you are here, you are here. Anyhow, so our mission was accomplished. We had found the place. We were able to meditate, receive the energies, the codes, the light that we needed from this particular site and from the teachings of Mary Magdalene. And then we came home, and, you know, so we were 15 and a half hours on the road and doing monasteries yesterday. Very tired. The day before yesterday, and very tired yesterday. And so I had already cancelled the light codes from Monday, because I've been doing so much work, and so many downloads. We've been doing a lot of temples, and I've been doing a lot of downloads, and I have to gauge where I'm at. So I was, you know, tired. So I cancelled and until today. So the interesting thing is, as I went into the meditation, you know, immediately these codes came through. Now, this morning, I had already done a meditation with codes from the Mary Magdalene scrolls. So that had already been done this morning. Today was a different purpose. This transmission was a different purpose. Transmission number 306, to receive the light codes that we are ready for now. But the interesting thing was that it was connected to what we were doing. But it wasn't Mary Magdalene that I saw. It was actually St. George. Now, St. George is in all of the monasteries here, all of the Coptic monasteries. And I didn't know a lot about St. George. I knew who he was, but I didn't really know his story. So St. George was persecuted for his, undying faith that he had for, the Christian faith. And there was also, I had 2 visions only, and they filled the whole time of the transmission. And the other one was the knight or the saint on the black horse. So Saint George rides a white horse and he slays the dragon. And the other saint is Saint Abu Safane, they call him in the Coptic Church. And he is also a martyr who, was tortured and killed for his undying faith. So through the transmission, what I got was that this was a healing phase, a healing transmission, bringing through the keys of healing, because it was all keys. It was all keys, which is very deep DNA light codes healing on a very, very deep cellular level that goes through all levels, all bodies, all lifetimes. And so this healing was very much about for those who had been persecuted for their beliefs in past lives. And I think we had a past life one last week. I don't remember. I've lived so many lifetimes between last week. I can't keep up. But this really felt very much, I got the message came through about persecution. So it's about healing the persecution from past lives, and about thy will. The mantra kept coming through that is in relation to thy will, not my will. So following the path of thy will and staying true to you, staying true to what you believe in, and the faith that you have within yourself. It doesn't have to be the Christian faith or any other particular faith. It is the faith that you have in you. So, because, and the experience about going through that experience. So we were working with looking for the Mary Magdalene scrolls, very much, about Gnostic teachings and the gnosis and the experience. And we needed to have the experience. And this is also very much about that, even though, Gnostic belief is not the Christian belief, but it doesn't matter. These saints were there. They had this great faith for the Lord, for the love and the light that they believed in. And this is the same thing for us, that we should have that degree of faith within us and heal that which we may have been persecuted for in previous lifetimes, or having maybe a different belief to others. That's what it was really all about. Yeah, the whole thing. And the mantra Maruhate is very much about the divine mother and the divine feminine. So the divine feminine of your soul, the soul of the divine feminine, the great divine feminine essence of your soul that is connected to that divine feminine energy, and anchoring that through you and staying true to that, staying absolutely true to that part of you. Amazing session, really. Just it ran a course of its own. I didn't have any agenda at all of following any particular path. There wasn't any. It was all about this faith, having this faith within yourself, or this staying true to yourself and what you believe in, and having your heart open, allowing yourself to receive the healing that you may have experienced in previous lifetimes. One of the monasteries that we visited was a monastery of the martyrs. And this monastery was actually very interesting and maybe a little grotesque, because it was full of dead bodies. Ancient dead bodies, all there in glass cases. And they say that this particular monastery, people go there. It's a great pilgrimage place where people go and they receive miraculous healing for all kinds of illnesses that they received from the martyrs who had given of their life. They had been slaughtered by the Roman soldiers for, being of the Christian faith. And and so they're there, and apparently you can have miraculous healing when you visit this particular site. So anyhow, I feel that this is all connected. We had St. George coming in, and he has two names, anyway, Abu Seyfain, who rides the black horse. So the one who rides the black horse, he had two swords. One was given to him by the army, and the other one was given to him by Archangel Michael. And Saint George, there's the story of him, how he slays the dragon, and you can look at that in many different ways, symbolic ways of even slaying the demons within ourselves, or keeping, slaying the darkness around us, and that we will not be overtaken by the darkness. So really a very powerful session today. If you're feeling a little, that you're caught in your ego, or, you slip into ignorance, or, hey, we're human and this happens to all of us at some time. So this is very healing on that level, and healing that state of fear that may be still embedded in your cellular memory from previous lifetimes of being persecuted for having a different belief system than was accepted at the time. And some people are still really healing from this in this lifetime. So very powerful session. I will be placing the links below for you to purchase. And I hope you enjoyed the story today. And I hope you enjoy the energies that come forward from this most beautiful transmission, and very powerful transmission. And I will offer the Mary Magdalene one when I have time, but at the moment, this is just this one. So it's over and out from me for now. And this is the last day of October. So we've finished our October round. Next month, which starts tomorrow, obviously, but Monday will be the first transmission for November, and we will be bringing an 11/11 series through, and one particular light codes transmission will be on 11/11, and I will be doing a live from Amenhotep III's mortuary temple on the west bank of Luxor in Egypt. So if you're interested in that, I will also place the links below for that, for you to purchase the light codes. You purchase it by the month, and you'll receive the 4 transmissions. Whether you can turn up to the class or not, it doesn't matter. You will receive them in your inbox. Now, before I go, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been commenting in the comments. I really appreciate it. It's a community starting, which, I have wanted to start on YouTube, and it's so nice to have your feedback and to be able to chat with you and get to know you a little bit through that medium. And also I want to say thank you so much for all the people who subscribe, share, and like my videos. It really does help, and I hope that you will continue to do so that we can get the videos out there to share with others. So till Monday, it's over and out from me. Bye.